Welcome to Integrity Inspire, your daily dose of inspiration and motivation, featuring the bright and talented members of the Integrity Marketing Group family. Now, here's your host, Integrity co-founder and CEO, Brian W. Adams.
Well, hey, thanks everybody for joining us this morning for the Inspire podcast. So excited to make another announcement today. But before we get started, we wanted to bring back some of our Integrity Idol finalists. And by and large, the tallest of our finalists is joining us today. And I'm so excited to have Idolist finalist Robert Turnbull from Nislosh and Fleming join us. This man has some talent. Not only can he sing, but he can play the guitar. He writes his own original music, and he's actually doing a little acting with some short clips that Jill and the Nislosh and Fleming team have been doing, which has been a lot of fun to watch. Back during the Idol competition, he actually sang a song that he wrote, and I'm excited to ask what he's going to be singing for us today. So, Robert, how you doing, my friend?
Doing very well, Brian. How are you doing today?
I like your acting skills, man. Y'all kind of been bringing it today, too.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a blast. We've been trying to put together a lot of content to, get that social media presence out there.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun to watch. You didn't know I've been watching that. That's been actually pretty fun. I said that you're the tallest. How tall are you?
6'7".
Wow.
Maybe 6'8" with I don't know if I've grown during COVID or shrank. I haven't been measured in a while.
Well, I wish I had some of that height, but there has to be positives and negatives for sure about that, like walking through doorways.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of that. The thing that probably walks the line on that the best is being in the grocery store and having older folks who don't quite have that height asking me to get stuff off the top shelf for them.
Oh yeah. I bet that's for sure. Well, hey man, I loved your original song that you sang for us back in Integrity Idol days. What are you going to be sharing with us today?
I actually have another original one here. I'll use the abbreviation for it because it's LMP, and I don't have my guitar, so I'm going to be singing a cappella today.
Good.
Okay.
I'll go ahead, then.
I was beside myself out in the city lights. Blurry eyes, bloodshot, strained to keep my head held high. Still holding on, not giving up, keep moving out into the night. And I stumble on my history, what you meant to me. There's no denying I lost my phone. The night's implying I'm on my own. Not trying lying. How am I getting home?
Nice. Call Uber.
You can't call Uber when you don't got a phone. That's
oh, that's true.
That's the fun twist.
I got you.
That's what LMP stands for.
I got the LMP. Man, that was fun. Now, during Idol, you chose a charity called Friends of Hopewell Park for your charity donation. Why was that so important to you? Tell us more about that.
Well, Friends of Hopewell Park is a group that takes care of Hopewell Community Park, which is where I grew up. My parents, when we first moved there, it was my stomping ground. The backyard led right into the forest and then into the community park. So it's pretty much where I spent most of my time, flipping over rocks looking for crayfish and, blazing different trails and just hanging out and running around in the woods. And then in high school, got an opportunity to work with the Conservation Fishing Hunting Club, which kind of did maintenance, built bridges, a lot of different projects like that. But then kind of, moving on to my adult life, this is an opportunity to kind of get back to that and give back to, a place that's given me so much.
Well, that is so cool, my friend. Well, hopefully that was fun to give back to them, and it was certainly fun for us to go through that time together and be able to give back a small amount to such an incredible place that certainly helped you become who you are. So, Robert, I always appreciate you and everybody at Nice Wash and Fleming. You guys are some of the best people in the world. Please give Bill and Jill and, gosh, everybody a big hug for me or say hi for me.
Oh, will do. Thanks for having me on today.
All right. Don't forget Tom and Maggie. You got to make sure Tom and Maggie, you get them a big high five too.
Will do.
All right. Well, hey, thanks again, brother. Have a good one. Great having you on. Thanks again for joining us. All right. Well, hey, thanks everybody for joining us on today's Inspire podcast. As you know, we've been making some really huge announcements here at Integrity. And we've had, what we've already accomplished in this year. It seems like a lot more than a month has gone by. But whenever we announce Connection Point joining the Integrity platform with all of their call center capabilities and technology capabilities, and then we had IFC up in Minnesota, and then last week we had CSG Actuarial, and I can tell you, that was the biggest announcement I think we've ever made, and the response has been, frankly, overwhelming. We have had so many people who have been calling us up and just amazed that CSG and Integrity are now together, that it's incredibly exciting overall. And so all three of those are really Medicare-related businesses that I think just continues to show our leadership in that space. But today we have another exciting announcement, really in the life insurance space. And this is just as exciting as those others I just mentioned. And so tomorrow morning, we're going to be announcing that Priority Life Insurance Group has joined the Integrity platform. As part of this partnership, Priority Life Group President Nick Ayala will become a managing partner at Integrity, and he'll continue to lead his incredible team. Nick is one of the hardest workers out there, and it shows with everything that he's been able to do with his company. And Priority Life has been one of Family First Life's fastest growing marketing partners since Nick founded the company back in 2016. With over 1,500 agents in almost every single state, Priority Life provides health and life insurance to the senior market. The company has placed over $28 million in annual paid premium in 2020 and served over 40,000 Americans with their life and health insurance needs. Nick actually got his business start in the lead generation business, so he understands how the access to the right data is essential to grow a business. And Integrity's platform won't just bring him and his cutting-edge team and technology to the table, but also those resources and products of our exclusive partners that Nick and his team will be able to have access to, along with the technology and resources that we provide to really help take this business to the next level. Adding these tools to his arsenal will ensure Priority Life's growth continues at this phenomenal pace. And Nick is a true team player, and his energy will strengthen the entire Integrity family. Now that Nick and his team are part of Integrity, they can keep up that incredible momentum of serving others and reach new heights of success at the same time. Nick, on behalf of all the partners, all the employees, all the team here at Integrity, we want to welcome you to our family and really tell you how excited we are to have you as our partner. So, Nick, we'd love to hear more about your story and how this journey brought us together.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. I'm extremely excited. I'm extremely humbled with this partnership and what it means to me, to my family, to the employees that work with us, to the agents. Since the day we heard about integrity, it's been something that we've been striving for. I personally, this life insurance has been a blessing for me. I mean, I feel like for me, since I was a kid, and I'm sure a lot of people feel this way, there's this bigger thing in life that we need to accomplish, and we kind of don't know what it is. We find this, we're on this search always, and for me, life insurance has filled a big part of that. I don't think it's the end. I think it's the beginning. When I got into life insurance, and then I found Family First Life and what they were doing, to me, it just made so much sense. The industry makes sense, and being able to help people and show people and take clients and change their situation, and take agents and change their situation, it's been the biggest blessing in my life, man. And to be part of a company like Integrity, it's almost surreal, to be partners with someone like yourself and Sean Mike and so many other of these incredible people that are at this company, and what this company has done and what it's doing. It's an honor, and I'm humbled. And the biggest thing for me, Brian, is this is like the start for us. We're not slowing down. That's for darn sure. With the resources that we now have access to, with how excited people are in the organization to be partners, this is just a start for us, and I'm just really excited about where we're headed.
Wow. Well, listen, we're really excited about where we're headed too, and and Family First is a really big part of that. And what you guys have done, and what Sean and listen, all the amazing leaders at Family First that you guys have is really exciting, and the opportunity to partner with several of you guys has been just pretty humbling. I remember whenever we first met, we started talking about, man, I think you were saying, like, what does it take for us to for me to partner? And we kind of laid out that vision of kind of what it would be, and you were like, done, I'll be right back. And sure enough, you came right back, and you're like, how about now? It was incredibly exciting to watch, just your determination and your hard work, and the way you really care for your people. In fact, I remember, so on Christmas Eve, I was on Facebook, and I see a Facebook Live with you and Sean and some others at Family First, essentially training agents about how to help people, and working on Christmas Eve. And I remember I sent a message, and you responded right back to it, and I was just like, God, y'all are the hardest working people in the industry, and I think that hard work really pays off. And so, man, I just want to tell you how excited we are to partner with you guys, and can't wait to see where we can take this from here, man.
Me too. Me too. And Brian, I think a lot of that portrays from leadership down is the goal here is to help as many people as possible. So work is just the byproduct of being able to help people, and I think that's why you see that in Family First Life and in the organization, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I think that's, the truth is if you help enough people get what they want, then you can have everything you want. I think Zig Ziglar said it better than that, but that was the quote, and it's really about how do you help people, right? And I know you have an incredible backstory about really your personal history. Would you tell us a little bit about your personal history and how you got into this business?
Yeah. I grew up in a place in South Florida where there's a lot of affluent people, but I definitely was not one of them. I was in the part where there wasn't much at all. I grew up. My parents were divorced when I was 7 years old, 6 or 7 years old. So I saw that. I was raised a lot by my father, who sacrificed a lot for me. At the time, obviously, I didn't understand a lot of it because I was so young. I remember looking back. I remember being in a one-bedroom apartment, sleeping on a mattress on the floor with my dad in the same room. We didn't even have a bed. It was just a mattress, no spring, nothing, just a mattress. And at the time, I thought it was the coolest thing ever because I'm with my dad. I didn't know any difference. I had no idea. I was just a kid. But looking back, especially now that I'm a father, I couldn't imagine how hard it was for him during those moments. But I learned a lot from that, and I learned a lot from him because he's a really hard worker, and more than that, he's a survivor. He's a warrior. Whatever he's been through, he just went through a battle with some cancer, and he's now coming out on the other side of that, and he's a warrior. And so I think I got a lot of that work ethic and understanding that no matter what life throws at you, you have to get up and just keep moving. So from there, I after college, I played a lot of golf, and I ended up playing professionally in after college. I traveled all over the world playing professional golf, played with a lot of great people, did a lot of great things, a lot of the guys that are on tour now. And I was good. I just wasn't good enough, man. I wasn't that good. I was close, but just not quite. And when I made that realization, I had an injury and I had to take some time off, and I realized I didn't want to go back. Golf's a very independent, individualized sport, and I just realized, hey, I want to do something different. But I had no idea what I was going to do. I had no idea what I was going to do with my life. I was completely lost. I remember I broke out with adult acne. I just didn't know what I was doing. I was stressed out of my mind, and I had to take I had to make money somehow. So I had to take my buddy was running a nightclub at the time, or a lounge of some sort, and I took a job with him, and it was very humbling because one minute I was traveling the world, playing golf with some incredible individuals that a lot of people know, and the next minute I'm kind of stuck at this nightclub. It was humbling for me. It really was. But it's funny, God has us on this weird path, Brian, that we don't even know, because during the time I was there, although I didn't feel like I should have been there, I learned a lot, and two, I ended up meeting my wife there. So so it was like God just puts us in places and we don't even know why. And it's funny because as soon as we met and started dating, he pulled us out of that really fast, onto something a lot more. And from there started a bunch of business ventures, a lot that didn't work, the majority that didn't work, and a few that did. And that's where I found the lead business, and that got very big very quickly. There was a point that we were operating on 4 different continents at one point. And it kind of got out of my control at time, but it was amazing. And it got big quick, but the industry also, I didn't enjoy it, Brian. I didn't like it. It did well financially, but it wasn't about helping anyone. It was just about the business. And that's kind of how I found insurance. The market started turning in that business a little bit, and I saw it, and I just started looking, and I found insurance. And then as I was looking into insurance and diving in there, I found Family First Life. And like I said, that's been the biggest blessing. And when I found it, I went all in. I just dropped basically everything I had and said, let's go all in with this. And it quickly satisfied everything I was looking for, which was building a business, doing something great, but not just doing it for myself, doing it for so many other people, and seeing so many other people, or having the opportunity to have a piece of other people's success as well, and having them change their situation in some way. And that's been the biggest blessing of my life up to this point, because besides my kids and my wife, but it really, business-wise, there's been nothing better. I mean, seeing people that we have that are school teachers or were school teachers or personal trainers that just didn't have any way out, and then they come here and they're able to achieve whatever they want financially. It's become very addicting for me in a good way, to see how many more people we can affect positively, and that's literally what wakes me up every day, man. It really does. I want to get up. I wake up every day energized, juiced, just ready to make some kind of a dent in this world any way that I can, and I know that insurance, Family First Life, and now Integrity has been this incredible platform that's just going to spring us to wherever we're going. I just feel like it's the beginning, and it's exciting.
Man, that is such a great story. I love the fact that you're talking about. I mean, when you talk about being on the pro tour, you were on the pro tour. I mean, some people talk about being a golfer, but I saw a picture of you recently with Arnold Palmer. I mean, you were with the king, right? I mean, it was so you're playing with like literally. I mean, guys who are now on the tour to billionaires to doing all that, and then all of a sudden you're retired. So that whole thing that you've been chasing, you're retired from golf essentially, and working at bar. And I love the fact that you said one of the best things that happened is you met Adriana, your wife, there, right? And just that opportunity to. I think a lot of people get discouraged when things don't go their way, when things kind of are like, oh man, this I feel you can become a victim, right? But the fact that you're sitting here going, man, God works in mysterious ways, and we find an opportunity to look for the good and the bad situations. I think is always incredible. And now you guys have kids, you got a family, and you started this business. First your lead business, which was a rocket ship in and of itself, and then getting into insurance because you had a chance to help people, help customers have the right coverage that they need, and then help individuals who want to get into this business, help them, be able to provide for their families. In fact, I would never have been in the insurance business if it wasn't a guy. I was working in the mall at Eddie Bauer in Lubbock, Texas, and a guy came in and just said, hey, you've got a good personality. You ought to come, work with me sometime. I'm like, what do you do? And he's like, I sell insurance. I'm like, oh my God, that's the last thing I want to do. And if it wouldn't have been for just taking that chance, man, there's no telling. So, I mean, you think about all of what all the people you're helping get in this business, and you guys are traveling around. You guys are nobody works harder in a business than you and Sean and Andrew and Paul McLean, Martin Mead, Wedmore, Kilmer, all these amazing guys at FFL. You guys are just hard workers. But it's all about that passion to help people get the right coverage that they need, and help people have an opportunity to serve others and make money while doing that. Tell us a little bit more about how you go about finding the right people. How do you? Because you guys are bringing in mostly neophytes, people who've never sold insurance, just like I was when I worked in the mall, and that guy gave me the chance. So tell us real quick how you tell people about this opportunity, because there's a lot of people who are stuck in jobs that they're not happy about. They're looking for new opportunities out there. And there's a lot of maybe our family or our friends that sometimes, are looking for a change. And sometimes I don't even know what to say to them whenever, they're saying, well, maybe I could get in your business. Sometimes you don't know what to say because you don't want to let them down, right? Because you want to make sure that they're successful, but you got to give people an opportunity. So how do you guys go about that?
I mean, Brian, I think most people are just looking for an opportunity of some sort. I think most people just want something different. The majority. I know that was me. I wanted an opportunity, and the opportunity that we have in insurance, and obviously with Family First Life, and it's unbelievable. So for us, we don't have to do a lot of selling. We just don't. We just talking about what we do, showing them success stories of other people. It's not about us. It's not about me. It's not about Sean. It's not about Andrew. It's not about us. It's about showing them success stories of all these other individuals that we're doing something. Like we do, I think, a really good job, and something we're always trying to improve on is pointing the finger at the people that are having the success that had no insurance experience. Because I think people can look at us sometimes and go, I don't know if I can do that. But if we go, anyone can do this. It doesn't matter who you are, you can do it. And look at this guy, look at this girl, look what they've been able to accomplish and do and where they're going. And it makes that person or that individual believe it in themselves. And I think that's all we have to do. I mean, there's no selling from our point of view. And I think if we continue to do that, I think the sky's the limit, and we can affect and help so many more people. And we're seeing it across the country, Brian. I mean, I'm in Boca Raton, and I've been one of the biggest blessings for me, business-wise and personally, is about 10, 11 months ago, I started sharing an office with Sean. And I can't tell you how much that's helped me in business as a person, being around him so much, and the messages he portrays to people, and how he is able to help people move and understand what we do. And that's all. I think that's all he does. I think that's all I try to do now, and so many others in the company is, hey, look what they're doing. There's no reason why you can't do the same thing. And because of that, I think we're just seeing this a massive explosion of growth. And like I said, Brian, people just need an opportunity sometimes. And this is by far the best opportunity I've ever seen in America, especially just for some regular blue collars individuals like most of the people we have and most of us on the call.
I love that. I love exactly what you're talking about. I mean, the most successful people I know in this business, man, they just work. They're just humble, and they just work hard. And I love you're talking about Sean and the opportunity you have to office with Sean, man. It's an incredible opportunity because I remember you guys came to Dallas when we were working on your deal. You and Sean brought in, I don't know, probably 12, 13 different guys around the holidays. We went to a nice steakhouse here in Dallas, and we're all sitting around and we're about to have dinner. It's just y'all's group of guys who are working, just here to work hard, man. And we started ordering like appetizers, and then I said, and it was funny. They started ordering drinks, and typically when you get a bunch of 20 and 30-something-year-old guys, Nick, how old are you? 35, 40?
I'm 36.
36. Almost got it, man. So you get mostly, in most business environments, you get that type of demographic together, guys in their 30s. You're going to have people drinking. You're going to have people drinking wine, cocktails, something, beer, whatever. And so I remember sitting there, and I never hung out with that big of a group from FFL before. And I remember sitting there, and so people started ordering drinks. It was water, Diet Coke, Sprite, Coke, tea, whatever. And it comes around to me. I go, hey, is anybody getting wine or beer and thing for drink? And Sean goes, no, Brian, we're working. Like, when we work, we work. This is a work dinner, and we don't drink at all when we work. And that was like, man, I love that, because it was like, let's focus. So you've only got so much time and energy. So when you are really working, like, just focus on work. And I think that's one of the things. I mean, you guys are family, man. I mean, you guys have great families. But when you're working, we are here to work. And that was just, I think, when people ask me, why is FFL so successful? I'm like, because they'll just outwork you. The truth is, they're just going to get up and they're going to, there's nothing, special to what they're doing other than they're just going to outwork everybody around them. And that was just an example. I remember talking to one of my partners, Tom Sheets, right after. I was like, dude, you got to hear the story. This is why they're so good and why they're so successful. But I think that kind of passion for serving others, helping others, and then also just like, let's go to work, let's get going, which is just been incredible to see. And y'all have grown so much this year, or 2020, through the pandemic. It really reflects that. So tell me more about why you wanted to join Integrity at this stage in your career, and where you think that this will help you kind of going forward.
Yeah, when I first got into insurance, I realized it's the financial service industry. I didn't understand it, and that path was formed. And to be able to do it with this company, with Integrity, and what Integrity's been able to do, and the absolute incredible partners. I mean, to be partners with the people that are on this team is incredibly humbling. I mean, it just is. It's not just some random company. It's a bunch of amazing individuals, employees that are on the same page, that want to help each other, that are working as a team for a common goal. And that's something I want to be a part of. I don't want to miss out on that. I wanted to be a part of that, and it's been thus far absolutely incredible. And I know it's just starting. I mean, even just already we're doing things with Thomas Arch, trying to do certain things to help grow the business, and just how incredible they have been. I mean, just it's unbelievable. Man, it's just exciting. It really is, and I couldn't ask for anything more. Rachel at Thomas Arch, she's been absolutely incredible, and just been so many people throughout this process that have just have been amazing.
Wow. Well, we feel the same way about you. In fact, I'm getting several texts, getting several people who want to say congratulations. And I know Sean is at the top of that list for sure, and I want to give him a chance just to first say congratulations about becoming a partner and joining us here. So, Sean, you there with us, my friend?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
We can hear you great, buddy. How you doing?
Awesome. First, I'm doing great.
Big day.
First of all, thank you.
Big day, huh?
Big day, Brian. Big day for Nick and the family, and big day for Integrity. Congrats, Nick. Brian, what I can tell you is, obviously Nick's had some success. Nick's probably one of the easiest people you ever meet with, that you'll ever work with, rather, because, it's kind of funny. People say, well, we just have, we have to have a healthy ego to be successful. I'm like, dude, you're not even that good. Like, I don't even know what that means. Like, businesses implode when there's not enough credit to go around. And I want none of it. Nick wants none of it. That's how most of our guys are. Like, they just, like Nick said it so well. It's what we do, anybody could do. I don't want to burst anybody's bubble on here, but for the love of God, anybody could do this if you work hard. If you'll work hard, if you put other people first. And Nick is so unbelievably accomplished prior to this industry, but he's probably one of the most humble people I've met in my life. He's easy to work with. He's not preachy to people. He just works really hard. When he makes a mistake, he makes a mistake, right? Like, I guess I shouldn't have done it that way. I'm going to do it this way over here. But it always comes from a place of wanting to see other people win. And I can tell you, for all the partners that I've been honored to meet with and be in business with, Nick is a guy that brings it every day. And Nick sees this as an opportunity to take his business to the next level and help a bunch of people get to wherever they want to get to. So sometimes, I guess I don't know your world, Brian. I always somebody's like, what do you think is going to happen? I'm like, hey, how would I know? Nick understood this better than I did, Brian. When I was telling Nick about the partnership, he was in a room lighting up, and I was like, dude, what are you so excited about? He's like, I've always wanted to do this. I'm so excited. Here's the way it works. I was like, I'm just excited in general. So, I'm not trying to pretend to be somebody I'm not. I just want to keep kicking doors down and moving forward. And he understood what it meant for us. Obviously, Brian, I can't put into words. I mean, the things we've done are purely because of, with the integrity factor. I say that 30 times a day. We're not here without integrity. We know that. We're not idiots. Anybody that thinks that they've grown this year, that works in Family First Life, and they think they've grown and it hasn't been a direct result of the integrity partnership, that's ludicrous. That's actually just straight ignorance. And Nick understands that very, very well. We always kind of joke in the small group, it's just grow to stock, bro. We're just like, Let's just grow the stock. Let's just go to work, man. Let's just grow the stock. Like, you know, you work on Christmas Eve, it's easier growing the stock. I mean, we're all on the same team. We're all, I mean, it's funny. Listen to other people that are having like these record weeks too. I was talking to Barry Clarkson the other day, and they're killing it. Craig, and there's so many people that are crushing it, and it just and out the other meds upside it. So I just refer people over to y'all. You're all way too smart for me. I don't mess with that. But you know, last thing I'll say is, you know, Brian, when you all reflect back on this partnership, this is one that everybody's going to be very, very, very proud of. And again, from an IT infrastructure lead, data, marketing standpoint, he has some of that, you know, that Andrew Taylor stuff. He has a lot of it. And they get things that, and he'll send me something. Hey, look at this app. And I'm like, and I pretend like I looked at it, Brian, because I don't even know what I'm looking at, and it makes him happy. So he now knows I don't look at him. But he knows more than I do. What the hell I need to look at it for? You know, I'm like, if you think it works and it's working for you in a marketing standpoint, lead standpoint, dude, let's do it. And I think that's been a big part for us. We have so many people that have so many different responsibilities at the company. But the biggest responsibility, I tell Nick, and I told everybody that's done this, we have an army of people that are chasing this as well, and they can get there, is once you do your deal with integrity, you're now accountable to a bigger team. And I'm not letting you down, Brian. I ain't letting Seagraves down. He controls a lot of the money. I ain't letting him down. I ain't letting Mike White down. I'm not letting, you know, Scott Riddle down. I'm not letting him down. And Nick feels the exact same way. I'm not letting Nick down. So congrats, Nick. I'm very, very honored to be your partner. It's been one hell of a ride, and we will grow, or it'll be a bad day every day for everybody in our office in Boca. That's for damn sure. So congrats, brother.
That's not going to happen.
Thank you.
Well, hey, Sean, stick around. I want to have a couple other people, but I want to ask you about one more thing. If you'll stick around for a second.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned Andrew
Yes,
Taylor. I want to give Andrew a chance just to say congrats. Andrew, you there with us, man?
Yeah, I'm here. Nick, congrats, man. And for everybody on the call or everyone that doesn't know Nick, he was the first person to call me Scott Riddle was the first person to call me when you guys announced my integrity deal. And Nick was the second, and he was so happy for me. And what I realized about him is he wants everybody to win. And the more I've worked with him, I've noticed how there's nothing selfish, because in a lot of cases he's not even getting anything from it. And it's just been, I mean, without him we wouldn't all be here, and he's been a big part of the team. And I couldn't be happier for you, Nick, and your family, and I'm excited. And that dinner you were talking about, Brian, I remember leaving, the one you said we weren't drinking at, and me and Nick were talking, and we were like, dude, we're in the right place with the right people.
Well, we appreciate you being here with us, man, and I know it means a lot to Nick to hear from you. Well, we also got Paul McLean. Paul, are you there with us, my friend?
I am. Brian, hey, thank you for having me on, man.
Man, thank you, buddy.
And, you know, I want to just say, for one, congratulations to Nick and the family. I remember, and it's been a while, but I got a call from Nick, and I didn't know him at the time. He was just joining Family First Life. And I was thinking, like, man, who's Nick? I like this guy. I left the call feeling better about myself. And it didn't take long for me to know exactly who Nick was, as he just exploded. I mean, he just, you know, screamed up the leaderboard, and just a guy that embodies and exemplifies, I think, what everybody desires to have, you know, that work ethic, heart to serve, team player, one of those guys that's like an end-in-some kind of guy. And you know, every time I talk to him, I leave the call feeling better, just feeling smarter, faster. I just feel like a better person. And when I met his team, you know, a while back, and I saw that just like throughout the culture, the DNA of his team was just, they embodied that as well. They embodied his energy, his excitement about the passion about what they were doing. They all wanted everybody to win. They had this servant heart culture, and it was very attractive. And Nick's been a guy now that, as I've built a relationship over the years, that, you know, he's just never wavered from that. Regardless of success he's had and how well he's done, he's just as humble and hungry as he's ever been. I don't think he's got that cancer of complacency any close to his business at all. And just a great, great guy. And I think of integrity. The last 12 months I had somebody, Brian, they said, Paul, how's the group grown so much? Like, how did you guys quadruple? And I was like, integrity. And they thought, I think I was stating like just a value, like I was giving them a value. And I was like, no, man, like Integrity Marketing Group, it's been just an unbelievable experience. When I think of kind of like a company that embodies like supernatural excellence, where it's just like, how does it continue to just grow and attract just the best people, industry leaders, and that's Integrity Marketing Group. And so when you couple Integrity Marketing Group, you, Brian, with a guy like Nick Ayala and his team, I mean, it's gonna explode. And I'm excited to be a partner with Nick. I'm excited to see what the next season brings as he's locked arms with Integrity Marketing Group. So it's definitely going to be a fun ride, man. It's going to be fun.
Man, well said, buddy. Thank you very much. Nick, that was articulate. That was Paul.
He's good.
You're the man. We appreciate you, man. That was awesome. Appreciate you. Now we also have Mark Mead. Mark, are you there with us, man?
I'm here, Brian. How are you?
Doing great, man.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations, Nick. It's a great day for you, great day for Integrity, great day for Family First. I had the opportunity to meet Nick years back, and he had that fire from day one. You talk about a guy who came, saw, and conquered. That's Nick Ayala. I mean, I call him Nick the Quick because he just understood what we were doing from day one, and he had a lot of sacrifice. He understood the cost of sacrifice. He understood the cost of hard work. He's one of the hardest working people I know, very smart, and he collapsed time. He he got around a lot of the people that were having a success. He asked a lot of questions. He downloaded all that information quickly and took off like a rocket ship. Never looked back. What you said about him, asking about integrity and said, "I'll be right back." That's Nick Ayala. He's a beast, and he's a huge team player. This is an exemplary accomplishment, Nick. Congratulations to you and Adriana, and your beautiful family, dude. It's amazing to be a partner with you, and this is just the beginning, man. I know your goals, your passion, your desires, your hunger is just going to catapult the whole team, man. So thank you. You've already made me better, and this is going to make us all better. So I'm excited, man.
Thank you, bro.
Man, what a compliment. Thank you, Mark. Tell Robin hi for us, and I appreciate you saying that. When you talk about Nick the Quick, so in this video, so we do a video for everybody. The announcement that we'll make tomorrow and the video that will accompany that announcement, you're actually in a NASCAR race car driving. So I haven't seen the video yet, so I can't wait to see what it looks like. But I know you guys literally took that literal, and you guys went and actually raced NASCARs for this video. So I can't wait to see that. Was that a good time, man?
It was definitely a good time. We had a lot of fun, and I think it's a how we like to do things. We like to run things over, move fast, break it if we have to, and run through it and to get to wherever we're trying to go. So I think it was fun. We had a blast there.
Dude, that is awesome. I can't wait to see it, and I know everybody else is going to be excited to see it. We're going to make this announcement tomorrow morning. We could not be more excited to be a partner. This is a big day, man, and it's a huge thing. We make a lot of announcements, but we got to remember how important this is just for your family and frankly for the generations to come, man. So congratulations on behalf of everybody at Integrity. I want to welcome you to our family and tell you again, thank you for trusting us, and excited to be your partner.
Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate you and everyone's call, and definitely won't let you down.
Well, it's going to be a lot of fun. Sean, are you still there with us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, thanks for sticking around. I wanted just to say, we're talking about hard work and about the willingness to just work hard. Man, you and I were talking last night on Sunday night catching up on schedules and where we're going to be, and if there's a chance to even grab a cup of coffee together, because we're both running in so many different directions. But one of the things I just wanted to say, because there's a lot of people, and Nick, I think it's important for you to hear this. There's a lot of people who are just excited to be your partner. John Bettis said, man, he seems like a really cool guy. Can't wait to meet him. Alan Town just texted me and said, he's a wonderful young leader. That's a great compliment. Bob Granite said, awesome addition. Nick's enthusiasm and focus will significantly drive sales. What a fine young man. So those are just some of the texts I've been getting. People are excited to have you as a partner and excited to be part of this. But what you guys are doing at Family First Life, you guys used to do a national convention. Last year you had several thousand people in Las Vegas about this time. But with COVID restrictions and things like that, people can't travel. So you guys decided to go to the people. And so you guys are doing 7 cities in 7 days. And tell us more about your convention, Sean, and what you guys are doing. Because one of the things I love about your business, your group, is you guys will think outside the box. And when one door closes, you look for another one that you can go right through. So tell us about what you guys are doing this week, because you guys are grinding it. And I'd love for everybody to hear what you're doing right now.
Well, thank you. Last year we had 2,300 people in Vegas, and about June or July this year, we're in the corporate office and we're talking about what do we do. We know we couldn't do just one main event. We thought we'd have 3,000 or 4,000 people, and we just were like, there's no city, no venue that with all the restrictions we could pull it off. So I remember Mike Side just said we could go virtual, and we're just not our sales force, we've been in front of them for 7 years. We do sales conferences, travel all over the country. One of the things that I was talking to these guys from, I think we did like 43 meetings in 43 cities in like 55 days at some point over the summer. We're trying to work, and so we just couldn't do it. Like, we have to do them in person. So we're actually doing 7 cities in 3 days. So we're doing Thursday, Friday,
3 days.
3 days. Yeah. So I'll leave Miami. So I'll be there Thursday morning. I'll end up in Phoenix. I'll hit them all in those couple 2.5 days. But we're just recreating an annual convention in 7 cities, making it easier for people to get to it, and also abiding by the restrictions that we have in every city. Right now we have just north of 10,000 people registered. Through attrition, whatever the additional, we actually think we're going to get in front of, 9 or 10 or maybe even 11,000. So it's obviously a big growth for us. And abide by all the rules, do the things we got to do. We can do that. But I think one of the things that we've kind of stood by, Brian, and you guys were, on board with this is like, listen, it might be inconvenient for us to do the things we have to do, but it's like we ran appointments. I mean, it was inconvenient for me to walk into a grocery store with a mask. I'll be honest with you, be straight up. It just was. It was not inconvenient to try to help people do better in this business or help clients, because I probably didn't need the Diet Mountain Dew and the Propel. It probably wasn't a big deal if I didn't get it. But the clients really need the life insurance. And so for us, you don't pick and choose times. You don't not serve because it's complicated. You don't not serve because it's difficult. And I think we have a sales force that understands that. I think that's what service is about. I mean, I ain't preaching nobody. I'm not qualified, but my buddy said the other day, just wash somebody's feet. I think we can go out and serve people when it's uncomfortable. Come on, man. We got to. So I think, Brian, we just decided that it made sense. We're very respectful if people, can't make it or whatever. And listen, we got to abide by all the rules, health department, hotel, which has been great, and has it been a lot of work? My son said to me the other day, he's 17, he's like, how long you guys been working on these 7 events? I said for 8 months, and because logistically it's not fun, right? You got to do what you got to do, but we're, man, I couldn't be any more excited. I really couldn't. I think that it's going to be a game changer for us. It really is. Conventions always coming out of it, and kind of to your point with the dinner, I guess somebody asked me the other day, give me 2 pieces of advice for convention. I said, 1, go in there with a plan. Right, you need to figure out what you need to learn, and if you're egotistical, it doesn't matter. You'll never believe you need to learn anything. But if you have humility, go in there with a plan of what you need to learn. Number 2 is, listen, you can party any other day of the week. I mean, I just, booze and business never go well together. I'm not preaching to nobody, believe me. I have my own issues, Brian, which is why I don't drink and do other stuff. That's my issue. It's Sean Mike's issue. But even outside of that, for people, it just doesn't get you where you want to get to when you have 2.5 days to squeeze all the information into you. Our events start at 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll do meetings prior to that at 6:30. You know, I don't know. I'm an adult. Like, we get up. I guess we're grinding. I mean, we feel like we just started. Every day I wake up, I feel like we just started. So, you know, and the more inconvenient it is, I think the more you learn about people. You know, I just do. I think my coaches taught me that growing up. The more inconvenient, you learn a lot about guys, and, you know, we used to call it Hell Week, you know, in football and the heat. Now, the heat in Connecticut ain't like Texas, believe me. But it still wasn't fun, you know, and you learn a lot with 2 or 3 a days, and you learn a lot about people. Everybody's great when it's perfect weather and they're winning. You know, you learn a lot about people when, you know, you're just in the practice field and, you know, you're dehydrated and you're sick and you're whatever, you know. And so that's what we're doing, man, and we're excited about it. Brian gives us the opportunity. Usually at our annual convention, we can only have probably 25 people speak over the course of 2.5 days. Now we have 7 cities time, and we actually have smaller time frames. A lot of them haven't spoken in front of big groups, but we're going to build up this next level of leadership because they're now going to get to speak in front of a very large group. Now, the group might be 1,000, it might be 700, it might be 2,000. Every city's different, but we're really excited to think about what's going to happen coming out of these events. And like Nick and Eric Anthony are running the one in Miami. They're in charge. You know, Paul and Andrew are running the one in Phoenix. Mark, me, and Brian Menhoff, these guys are on the call, right? They're running the one in Orlando. Like, they're in charge. They're running them. They get it. They understand what they're doing. We have developed leaders. Let people go out there and do the things that, you know, those that can't manage, micromanage, right? So we are kind of taking a step back. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to have Mike Sizer with me in all 7 cities. He's excited because he can access everything from the plane and check on everything, talk to everybody, and watch the convention. Each one of them stream into him. He's pretty good like that. So, yeah, there'll be no sleep for 3 days, but who cares? I mean, it'll be a lot of fun getting in front of a lot of people, serving them and helping them change their lives.
Man, that is incredible. I know that you guys will explode coming out of that, and really, I mean, just getting creative and also giving people more chances to get exposed up there and put out their story. I mean, the only way you really do well in anything is reps, right? And so getting, especially this next level of young leaders, reps in front of the crowd. Man, that's intimidating. Speaking in front of 1,000 people, I mean, that's an intimidating thing for anybody, much less somebody who's never really done it before. And so I think that's incredible. I just got to give you some real quick encouragement. Jeremy Pielmeyer over at Elder Care said, blown away with this guy, talking about you. Said, sounds like he has one speed, and that's 200 miles an hour. Tom Sheath just said, these guys are going to kill it this year. Dan McNerney, who's one of my biggest mentors in my entire business, just said, these FFL guys are freaking amazing. So I just wanted to share that. Listen, I just want to say, thank you so much for all that you guys are doing. Anything we can do to help, we want to be there. And hopefully, I know you're going to be in Dallas for a very short time period. I'd love to see if we can make it work. If not, we'll find another time. But I just wanted to bring you on to tell people, like when you work really hard and you have great humility, things will follow. Some great things can follow. So appreciate you, my friend, and thanks for sharing that. Good luck. Stay safe. Take some vitamins. Wear a mask where you can, man, and do a lot of hand sanitizer.
I appreciate you, buddy. You got it. Thanks for all you do. We couldn't do it without integrity. We don't lose sight of that ever. We don't lose sight of that on a daily basis. We're thankful for that. So we're just going to keep giving back. Be thankful. I tell people all the time. They say thank you. I said just grow. That's the best thanks you can give. Just grow. Don't send cards. Just grow. If you're really thankful for the opportunity you have, why don't you just go grow? That's it. So we're very thankful for you guys. We're thankful for corporate. We're thankful for what you do. We're thankful for the resources. We couldn't do this without CRM, leads, all the stuff you've done for us. So the only way that we can show that we appreciate you guys is to grow.
Well, we love you, man. Grateful to be your partner.
Love you too, bud.
And have a great have a great time out there. I hope everybody had a great Inspire today. I hope everybody has an incredible week. Excited to get Nick's announcement out there tomorrow, and can't wait to see what all happens from this incredible seven-city, 3-day tour that FFL has. It's going to be epic in so many ways. So hope everybody has a wonderful day. Appreciate everybody sticking around a little longer today, but hopefully it was worth it. God bless you guys. Have a great day and a great week. Talk to you guys all soon.